So the Champions League was back in midweek and there were some great games and some great goals to talk about. So to begin with, Arsenal versus Sporting. I didn't see it myself. I chose to watch the other game on that evening. I had a feeling Arsenal would bounce back. They've had two poor results with the League Cup defeat and being knocked out of the FA Cup too. So I expected them to win this game. And they didn't disappoint. They won at 1-0. Late on, Kai Havertz getting the goal. I think maybe they could have even taken a 0-0 here because they're going to win at the Emirates. There's no doubt about that. Sporting, they've done brilliantly to get this far. I did catch some of the highlights, and I got to say, David Raya, I'm getting more and more impressed with him. He showed his quality, some top quality saves. Again, we know how good he is with the ball at his feet and playing out from the back, how comfortable he is doing that. And you could say, is he in the question for the world's best? I think he might be. I think he has to be in that conversation, doesn't he? If you look at Premier League goalkeepers, with Ederson leaving, Alisson, they've been the top two. Alisson sort of dropped off a little bit. And when you're looking further abroad, Thibaut Courtois is one for me. Manuel Neuer, who had a great game for Bayern in midweek as well, has to be in the conversation too. Donnarumma as well. I didn't realise how much of a flapper he was for City a few times where crosses have come in and he's just flapped at them. Real Madrid versus Bayern, and, well, what a player Michael Olise is. And, well, he's still developing. He's still very, very young. He continually caused problems for Carreras at left-back. And I think there was one moment in the game where he's put his hands up to his teammates and said, look, I need some help here. This guy's got me on toast. He did a very good job defensively. Bayern were very, very well organised. Real Madrid can hurt you with players like Vinny and Mbappe running in behind, but Bayern were really, really well organised too. And Olise, I mean, if Bayern win the Champions League and he contributes to France, if they win the World Cup, is he in for a Ballon d'Or shout? I don't see why not. I think he's a brilliant, brilliant talent. He's got that nonchalant style of play, that casual, laid back almost. We've all seen the funny interviews that he's done. It's brilliant. But when he has to turn it on, he turns it on. As for the first goal, Trent again caught a player running off the back of him. Slide little through ball into Diaz and a nice calm finish to put Bayern 1-0 up. And Carreras caught dawdling on the ball for the second goal. And eventually it was pulled back to Kane at the edge of the area, who dispatched it with ease. This guy just keeps breaking goal scoring records. I really hope he can carry it on into the summer and into the World Cup for England. As for Real Madrid's goal, it was scored by Mbappe, but it was all about that pass from Trent. We saw the good, and unfortunately we saw the bad in the first half with the Diaz goal. Defensively, he's been caught out there, letting a player run on the blind side of him. On the ball, there's never been any doubt in his ability, and the pass for Mbappe, or the cross for Mbappe, was a really, really good ball, incredible ball then. On to Wednesday night, and we'll start with Barcelona versus Atlético. Barcelona dominated this game. They had a lot of possession, created a number of chances. Unfortunately, they didn't take any of those chances, and Kabasi was sent off. He was last man. These tackles are always up for debate, because he hasn't made a tackle, but he's tricked the player. Some people say it's a bit unfair. Some people say, oh, it's a foul, it's the letter of the law, he has to go. I'm sort of in camp one. He's not really made a tackle. He's just tripped him accidentally, and unfortunately, the player's gone over. And Alvarez's goal, the free kick, another top strike. In the second half, Barcelona continued to do well with 10 men. You wouldn't even know they had the 10 men. Unfortunately, they were hit. That's how football goes. They were hit against the run of play. Sorloth, who's a funny kind of player. I remember him at Palace and he wasn't too great there, but he's managed to forge a career, and a really, really good one. Everywhere he's gone since, he seemed to have scored goals. He managed to put away the second one, and Atletico will go into the second leg with a really big advantage here in front of the home fans. There was also an incident in that game with the goal kick. I believe the keeper played the ball to his centre-back. His centre-back then put his hand on the ball and took the goal kick, and the Barca players and fans and management staff thought it should have been a penalty. This divides opinion. In one camp, you've got people saying it should be a penalty. In the other camp, you've got people just saying, look, just get on with it. But this has happened before. It's happened with Tyrone Mings, and the penalty was given. I think it was against Bruges. So it's happened before, and it's happened again. And I think it's something that FIFA, well, just football in general, need to clear up about this rule. On to the juicy one. Liverpool versus PSG. Well, I say juicy. It was juicy if you're a non-Liverpool fan. PSG were fantastic again. The interchanging of positions, the way they move the ball, is just brilliant to watch. So the 2 goals, Doué's strike was deflected, looped over Mamardashvili. Don't think the keeper really had much of a chance. Could the shot have been blocked? Yes, possibly. As for the second one, Kvaratskhelia, what a player he's turning into. Again, like Elise, one of the top wingers in the world. He's brave on the ball. He takes players on. And he took his goal really, really well. That little feint to shoot. I think he sold Joe Gomez on the line and then put the ball into the net. So for Liverpool, they changed the system. They changed it to a back 5. Some would say a back 3 with wing backs, but it was a back 5. We were very much on the back foot for the majority of the game. I just felt it was very, very negative. We are the Premier League champions, and all right, we are going to the European champions' backyard, but still, let's take the game to them. Let them know they're in a game. But unfortunately, the system, it just didn't work. There was no creativity. Liverpool looked like they ran out of ideas. They had no shots on target the whole game and 9 touches in the opposition penalty area. On top of that, it was 26-27% possession. It is just not good enough from the team that are currently the Premier League champions. It's mad to say that. A part of me thinks Slot is on borrowed time. It's just a matter of time before he gets the boot. I just think he doesn't know how to get the best out of these players. Any kind of brilliance that I've seen from these players has almost been from their own individual brilliance. It's almost like, you know how you get a player that just fits a system. I haven't seen any player really that fits or any kind of system throughout the season where you've gone, yes, that works for that player. So as for the second legs, there's still a lot to play for. Like I said, I think Arsenal, I think that one's done and dusted. They'll go and do a job at the Emirates in front of the home fans. Bayern versus Madrid, now that one's all to play for. That will be an interesting watch, and that will be the one I'll be tuning into. If I had to tip one team, I think Bayern will come through with that one, being at home, having an advantage. I just feel like they're a better team. Company's really got them playing well. Barca Atletico, you never know, stranger things have happened. 2-0 is a big scoreline to turn around, but they have done in the past. I think if they get an early goal, then anything can happen. But on the other hand, Atletico will make it tough being at home. As for Liverpool, not much to say. I think that one's done.